Nerdy Viking here, half of the CineNerds podcast, and I'm going to be real with you guys. I have now tried to film this particular reel like 30 times. It's just not happening today. I cannot get speech out of my mouth. It is not coming out correctly. So we're going to get through this together. Anyways, for today's Tubi Cube review segment, I chose the movie Thorns. Now, if you think you might recognize the face above my finger, you probably do. That means that you are a true horror fan, in my opinion. That is none other than Doug Bradley, who was Pinhead in the Hellraiser movies. Now, Doug Bradley, Pinhead, is my favorite horror icon of all time. So when I see him in a movie, I tend to run towards it. However, I did not know that he was in this movie, and I definitely had no intention of watching this movie nor adding it to my queue initially. I left this movie highlighted, and I looked away for a moment, and the trailer began to play. And then I saw Doug Bradley himself playing the role of a bishop in this wonderful little movie, and it definitely pulled me in. And then I became more intrigued when I saw the character at the top of the screen, the Thorns guy. So he essentially looks like a Cenobite. So it definitely has Hellraiser vibes from a costume set standpoint. The cinematography, the way that it was filmed and shot, it definitely gave me more of, even though it was a 2023 movie, it gave me more of a Phantasm vibe. And then the overall feel kind of left you with the eeriness of Event Horizon. However, those are all higher caliber films. I can guarantee this film was done with a micro budget, and I'm a fan of the 2020s movies that are doing less with more, or more with less. See what I'm talking about? Anyways, they only had 4 characters that I remember in this movie. The 2 main characters are a nun and a gentleman named Gabriel, and these 2 definitely were not the best. They did not pull me in. I was not intrigued by them at all. However, as the story rolled along, the story did pull me in. The first 2/3 of the movie is incredibly slow because of these 2 characters, but when Doug Bradley's character comes on screen as the bishop, he is excellent, and he definitely pulled me in more and more, as well as Thorns at the top of the screen. Now, the story is unique in the sense that it is a modern and sci-fi approach on religion, and I was here for that. I definitely appreciated all aspects of that. This movie is definitely a one-time watch for any true horror or sci-fi fan. I feel, if nothing else, for the story, to consume that story, it is worth it. But as a whole, this movie was not anything amazing by any means, just the story and the concept. How they executed it was a little bit rough. But again, there are lots of Cenobite vibes from Hellraiser. There is a vibe of the way that Phantasm was viewed, and the Event Horizon vibe too, for the eeriness. So all those aspects, all those elements are definitely deserving of a one-time watch. And that's what I got for you with this one. CineNerdsPodcast.com is the website. We've got over 100 plus episodes up there. Please go check them out and get a chance. Nerdy Viking out, guys.